Alright guys, I have changed my loadout again, which may come as a surprise to some of you, how often I've changed it, but for others this will be completely normal. But this time I've changed it to an inventory that I have the goal of sticking to it long term. And you can see already the gloves that I have here, so we'll not waste any time going into it. My glove and knife combo that I have switched to is Sports Gloves Scarlet Shamas in field test, which price wise, just by the way, if I bought it recently, over the past 2-3 weeks, like I have for this combo, I've taken the price I paid in pound and converted it to dollars. Other stuff that I bought maybe like months ago that I just still have, I've just taken the recent prices. So the gloves here, $278 in field test. It's a nice floating field test. That was like 0.22, which is super nice. And then we've got a stiletto knife slaughter factory new, basically $495. I've wanted a stiletto knife for so long, and I finally bit the bullet to get one, and I'm so happy I did it. This is definitely an S tier knife. It is an absolute vibe. Today's video is sponsored by Predator, and I have some exciting news to share. Predator are running a giveaway with the chance to win a VIP trip to the IEM Cologne Finals for you and a friend. This includes your tickets for the event, flights, accommodation, and even some spending money. Also, the lucky winner will receive a 100th IEM Tournament Specialist Edition Predator Helios gaming laptop. Entries will be via Gleam, which is linked down below, and entries close on the 11th of August. And that's not all. You can get up to £189 of free rewards when you buy one of the Predator or Nitro gaming laptops with the latest Intel Core processors. I'll have full details for everything mentioned in the description and pinned comment, and thanks again to Predator for sponsoring today's video. Alright, that's my new knife and glove combo out of the way. It's time to, well, I'll quickly cover the agents that I have, just so you guys can see them. Over on CT, I'm rocking with Big Lieutenant Rex Crikey. He doesn't fit the red theme at all, but it doesn't really matter because right now I'm in the middle of an official season, which means I have to use default agents, which is why you see them here. And then on my T side, it's going to be Bloody Darrell the Strap, because I still think he just looks absolutely badass with the tattoos, all the gold, just looks sick. Now, my Glock, we'll kick it off with the skins here. This is a Glock Candy Apple, super cheap skin, but I have put some stickers on it and I've included them in the price. This is a 3X Accurate Crafts from London 2018. Now, if I was to add the 4th sticker, which I plan to, it will make it a 101 craft, and overall, I think this is pretty cool. But it does lack a bit of flair, so I've also picked up a water elemental in minimal wear for about $5.60-ish. Considering if I craft this or not, but it's just nice to be able to mix between two skins that do work so well with the gloves. On the USP side of things, there was budget to go for the kill confirm, but I decided just to go with a treater. $16, nothing too crazy, fills the need that I have for it. And this one came with the Australia stickers on it for the price I paid, so like $16.50 for this. Overall, I think this is really good. Obviously, a lot of people would say kill confirmed is a better move, but with how often I change the loadout, although I have good intentions to keep it, I thought, you know what, the treater covers what we need. And then it's been a while since I ran a P2000, but I wanted to pick one up just in case the USP gives me a nightmare and I decide to switch. For this, I've gone for the P2000 Obsidian, which is $2.41 in minimal wear. And before I go through the rest of it, I want to remind you guys about the giveaway that we're running this week. And it is going to be for the AK-47 headshot that you see here. So to enter this, all you have to do is make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and then leave a comment down below of your favorite skin from my new loadout. And also make sure you're in the Discord so you don't miss if you win it. Good luck, and let's get back to it. Now, an area of my red loadout that ain't overly red, but I think doesn't clash, I'm still using it, is my Souvenir Fennec Fox. Now, this is $170 in field tested. Right now, rough pricing for it. So, it came with the gold scraped. I think it maybe came with one on it. I scraped it. And this was in my orange loadout. I then kept it when I changed to my green loadout because I still just love the skin that much. And it's still here now. I'm considering if I change, but you know what? Like I said, I don't think it clashes too badly. I think it still looks pretty cool. And overall, it's just one of my favorite Deagle skins, man. The alternative that I have waiting in the wings is a field-tested point stream for like $28. Potential to put red stickers on this, but right now, I just picked it up because I had sight balance left after changing the loadout. And I was like, you know what? I'll pick it up, see if the ad pro lists is back, and we'll go from there. Now, rather than going out all the way on one AK, I've actually got 3 in this loadout. So my first one is the Orbit Mark 1. Now, when I was doing my recent red loadouts, this is part of what just gave me the itch to go to this. I always like the Slaughter, I always like the Scarlet Shams, and I quite like how the Orbit Mark 1 pairs with the gloves. I managed to pick one up with the Astralis holes on it for like just under $19. Overall, I do really like this, and then the other 2 options also great to mix between. The first of which is my Redline in-field test with the Hellraiser Atlanta 2017 papers on it. Now, although they're papers, I think this looks sick. And I honestly cannot believe I bought a Redline. This is a skin that I used to shit on a decent amount. I used to think it was overhyped. But in recent time, I think that hype has died down. And overall, with my gloves and these stickers, it looks so good for the $30. And then my third and final is a mix of that sort of red and blue. I think it definitely still fits in with the gloves. Of course, it's the Empress you can see here. Now, I've done a custom craft on this. I have included the stickers in the overall price of like $64 that you see. It's a twist and a rocks holo from Paris 2023. And then it's like the Ace Devil foil at the back of it. So overall, I think this looks really cool. And we're not covering the artwork of the Empress herself. Now, my end game, M4A4 and AWP, is the skin in my loadout that I'm still just considering, do I change it and put the money elsewhere, or do I keep it because it was my original end game M4A4 and AWP? It's the Welcome to the Jungle, it's battle scarred. This is a souvenir version and I scraped the golds on it. It was Copenhagen gold, I didn't care for them, nothing special. It looks sick in game, it was my end game M4A4 and AWP. And I'm going to keep it for now. But this is the one area that I'd probably consider changing and then being able to repurpose that like $500+ elsewhere. And I do actually have an alternative M4A4 is the Shinchiko's Fire. Now, this is almost $50. Why I've spent $50 on this when I have a Welcome to the Jungle? There's no real reason to, but again, I had side balance after selling all the skins. I was like, you know what, I want to be able to mix my key skins up, so I picked this up rather than a Cyrex, because I think it's actually a bit of an underappreciated skin. It does actually look quite cool. Now, I promise very soon I'll finish the double up on skins, but I have two M4A4s to mention as well in my loadout. I've got the M4A4 Hellfire. This one came with the Yay foil on it. The Yay foil on it, I should say. I bought this for just under $52, and it is in fact new. It is super clean. But the one I think I like even more is actually the Evil Daimyo. So base skin-wise, I think I actually prefer the Hellfire, but craft-wise, this has a Hellraiser's Cato 15 paper on it. But artwork-wise, how this pairs with the skin, I think it's perfect. It's a low float 0.02, and I paid like $8.50 for it. So if anything, if I do change in the future, this is a long-term hold, and I'll sell the likes of the Hellfire. Now, if you guys have been following along the matches and how I play Face It and stuff, you guys know I don't really up that much. At most, I would secondary up. So, here, I didn't want to break the bank. I actually picked up a well-worn Chrome Cannon, which is like $22 at the time, because the scope obviously is red, and I like that in well-worn, the flashiness of the skin is toned down a little bit. I actually think it works really well with the gloves, and I have enjoyed using this the odd times that I do get the up out. Also, the up to the stiletto is very satisfying. It's also the first time I've spent big on an MP9, at least that I can recall. I've spent $109 here to get a hot rod. It is a hot rod. It's not like crazy flashy brightness, but it's just an insane skin to have. This is the one that, like in the past, I was considering getting like Pandora's Box, and if I ever changed to blue, maybe I would, because I do find myself in the Elixir officials using the MP9 a good amount more. So this one is just perfect for the red loadouts, really. Now, while I do have a Candy Apple Mac 10, I've continued to run with the Allure because I just love this skin. One of my favorite bits of artwork in the game, and for 50 cent minimal wear, takes a box. Then over on my P250, I actually took inspiration from my own video and picked up a Mortos in Battle Scarred because it gets the black accents, which means with my Scarlet Sham gloves, it looks so damn good. I actually prefer this in Battle Scarred over any other condition. The Tech 9 is a little sad that I can't continue to run my mummies right here. I still have it in the loadout in my inventory, but we're rocking the Isaac at the minute. $2.65 minimal wear. Again, that black and the red is very nice with these gloves. It's kind of like, much like the red line, just that red and black combination works so well with these gloves. On the family side, I went for something a bit different. I decided to go for the roll cage. Now, this was pretty much $4 in minimal wear at the time of purchasing it, and I have enjoyed it so far. I still find myself buying MP9 over Famous a bit more, but again, this is one that with the gloves being that mix of black and red, I think actually looks really nice. And it's fair to say that the Gale just kind of sucks for red options. None of the red options are truly red. Please fix it, Valve. But I picked up a Signal here because it is pattern-based. I went for a more reddish magazine, and it is a mix of red and blue. So although the bit where my gloves are holding is blue and not a perfect pairing, there's still enough red here to justify it for me here for the 60 cent. Then 5.7 wise, obviously, I could go for an Urban Hazard, and it's like $1, easy peasy. Could go for it. Probably will pick one up to mix it in. But I'm continuing to run my Hyper Beast that I picked up a while back because it's like a 0.17 float, so super low field test. It has the hollow on the back, and I just love the Hyper Beast artwork, man. So like $23 for this, perfect for me. And then we did a video recently where we looked at like future CS skins, and there was one called like Roses and Guns. I did mention like the copyright, like Guns and Roses, but I just really like that artwork, and then I realized that the balanced jewelries are similar in nature to that style, and obviously it's black with the white and then the red rose on it, so you know, I'm just Slightly different, don't see these in game as much. I quite like using them. Now, it is worth mentioning at this point, if you're still here, is that this loadout is not complete. I still need to look at crafts if I want to do them in some weapons, and particularly trying to find one-of-ones. Now, what surprised me is this craft right here, which you guys can go steal if you really want to. Kill my one-of-one, it is what it is. But when I crafted this, this was a one-of-one. It's a Cyber Force with 4 Conspiracy Cup hollows on it. Now, the skin itself is like really cheap, and it's like $3 for the stickers. Probably why people haven't done it yet, but with the sort of Illuminati eye in the middle, and then I did, I think, 3 normal and 1 custom placement on this. I just think it looks really cool, and again, I think there's a 3X that exists, but no 4X, so this is my new one-of-one skin. The Souvenir Sandlord is surprisingly my red pick here. I know this is a lot of like, say like browny orange sand basically, but there are some really nice red accents on it, especially the areas that the gloves sort of hold, at least when you're using it like idly in game. So for under $5 in factory new, I thought, you know what, something different, this definitely ticks the box. Now, I'd be lying if I said I intended to spend $20 on my XM, but I did find a factory new Tranquility. It's a skin that wears quite pearly, so I was like, okay, you know what, I want to get factory new for that cherry blossom vibe that you see at the back. And then I've gone for, actually I didn't go for it, I picked it up with the 4 Fuse stickers on it, which is really nice. So overall, this is super cool, and it's one again that I think works so well with the gloves. I'm currently not using my Just Smile. I'm rocking the Mischief to fit into the theme. I haven't been buying the MP7 much, but damn, I do kind of want to use the Just Smile again. But this is only 9 cents in field tested, so it's an easy one to switch in and out. Then, over on the scout side of things, I decided to go for a Dragonfire. Now, there probably is better red scouts that I could go for, but I just love the dragon vibes of this one. It has some red accents at the end of that orange. Different sites class it as a red skin, so I'm classing it as a red skin, and it's factory new. And if I go to blue and red in the future, obviously this will fit in quite nicely. And then finally, I do have a UMP skin as well. It's going to be the full stop, which is just under $1. So I just want to check quickly that I have actually covered everything that I use. And glancing at it, yeah, okay, I've not included my MP5. It's an Oxide Oasis that I've had for ages and field tested. I don't really buy it in game. And when I look at the rest of the stuff, yeah, I have not included my Nova in this pricing. The Nova Koi, again, a super cheap skin. I'm rocking it in factory new. It is what it is. I only ever use it in like Arms Race or very niche Premier games. So they're like a couple of dollars. And overall, this loadout is coming in pretty much bang on at $2,000. It's $2,000 or $4. So, you know, like, even if the buffer those other 2 skins, it's like basically a $2,000 loadout. Now, I have chased loadouts a lot in the past year. My first knife purchase was a Paracord Slaughter. At that time, I liked the idea of getting these gloves, and I liked the idea of doing a red loadout. I didn't have the money for it, though, and whenever I did get the money for it, I immediately went into the more flashy skins. Like, I remember picking up an Icarus Fell, Gamma Doppos, and that's when I had my blue and green loadout. Not so long after that, I went into a gold loadout. I then went into green again. I'm pretty sure I did something else in the middle of that, and now we've arrived at red, and I do have an interest in building a blue loadout as well, so we'll see how long this one lasts for me. But I think overall, if you had $2,000 budget for a red loadout, this is pretty good across the board, and you've got a bit of variance for your key skins like your AKs and your M4s that you can mix and match as you go. So is there anything in specific you would change with this? Please let me know what you would have changed within the budget, like if you'd reuse that Welcome to the Jungle budget elsewhere, for example. But I'm going to leave it there. Just a reminder that we do have the giveaway live, and a reminder to make sure you enter the giveaway to have a chance at winning the VIP trip to the IEM Cologne Finals. Thank you again to Predator for sponsoring the video. And just before I go, a big thank you to the YouTube members that continue to support the content. It is always appreciated. It's the best way to directly support me and what I'm doing, and you can find out more by hitting that join button down below. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it. I know a few people were asking for this video, so hopefully that covers you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.